Yo, Wasabi Hammurabi hanging out with Misato Katsuragi about to down some delicious pieces of unagi. What's up, Katsudonburis? Y'all chillin'? I'm chillin'. Any of y'all know what those are? Yeah, y'all know unagi, katsudonburi, the Japanese food and stuff. Anyway, they're super good. Maybe not the unagi. I'm not a big fan of eel. Anyway. Hope everyone is in good spirits. I'm in good spirits. This dude is in good spirits. We just had a bite to eat. I mean, my man's a big fan of In-N-Out. I would have never known. He's all skin and bones. But yeah, my man's a big fan of In-N-Out. And for those of you who do not live on the West Coast, In-N-Out, baby, get familiar. You know what's the trip about In-N-Out? They still got like the Christian influences and stuff. So they got like biblical verses on like the wrapping and the cup and the fries and all this stuff. Anyway, pretty interesting. Talk about staying real, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, props. But did I talk about this dude? Yeah, he's a double P-Trex and a double Vertebreak combiner. I think I have done a P-Trex and a Vert, but maybe not two P-Trexes and a Vert because this strikes me as a bit of a new build. There's some old things that I've done. One move that you're going to see me do a lot is this right here. Sticking the feet into the side of the dino skull. Sometimes I have it inverted. Sometimes I have it, this way as you see right now. But it's a great piece visually. Functionally, it leaves a little to be desired. But visually, it's phenomenal. It's really, really, really quite nice. And yeah. So this video obviously is to go through the tutorial and stuff like that. But it's also just to kind of break bread and spend some virtual time with y'all and just kind of geek over these things happening on our lives and blah, 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 blah. And so, yeah, I am your host for the next however many minutes. And typically I'm recording these things at the end of the day and I'm kind of out of juice, but at the same time, this is a passion of mine, a passion of building, filming, and sharing. And so, yeah, that passion and exuberance, it just kind of keeps me powered for a good 20, 25 minutes. And I'm like, all right, man, I'm done for the day. But 2 videos is what I promised myself that I would do every day. I mean, I have way more builds, but at least record 2 videos, right? And by that, I actually mean 4 videos. Because I'm talking about 2 builds. I make 2 shorts, 2 full-length videos, and sometimes collabs and not collabs. Whatever, dude. I'm forgetting the word. But that's fine. So this dude, like I said, he's really easy to make, and one of the really, really cool things about this is, one, I love all these kind of like power pistons coming out and protruding from the back and the sides of the robots, like almost as if they can't be contained. But yo, check out this madness down here. This is really cool. So if you look at the vert, it's connected 1 point, 2 points, and then 3 points and 4 points. Wow. 4 locking mechanisms on vert, far out, right? And so I want to go into that much more in depth into that. But let me talk, step back a little bit, and let me talk about that shoulder mechanism that I talked about. So getting him back in focus. The shoulder mechanism is really cool in that, like, you can bend the arms, you can twist them forward, you can kind of, let me pop these off. So you can actually see what I'm talking about. Yeah. So he's good for raising it out sideways, and there's a lot of good like elbow bend. But this is the area where he fails. I can't really raise his arm forward unless I move this entire contraption back, and even then it gets a little bit stuck. So if I bend this down, then yeah, I get a little bit more, I can get more movement, but it does kind of like ruin the sculpt, but it's not hateful, but that's the downside. It looks good. It connects into, the calves and stuff. And then you could give him like weapons like he has over here, like appendages and stuff. But yeah, just freely kind of pivoting that like back and forth. This is problematic. As you can see, this thing right here, just kind of swinging freely. That's the part that's problematic. And some of my other builds have this piece like this. And that's not bad either. And you'll see that in a ton of my builds. It's one of my favorite pieces of little engineering to do. It solves a lot of problems, but like I said, unless this is kind of recessed and you give it a little bit of space, it won't freely turn like that. So anyway, that is the downside of using this particular piece to build. But that's fine. That's fine. And I'm not sure if I'm the first person who discovered it, but I will tell you this without, again, I'm not trying to badmouth people and stuff, but there are certain big influencers actually who have started copying some of the stuff that I do. And if you watch their videos and you watch my videos and you're a pretty regular like fan of this channel and you watch this stuff, by the way, it's still really hard for me to say like, and if you're a fan of me, that sounds really weird. You know, I've had people say like, man, I'm a big fan. And I don't know how to respond to that. You know, first of all, I've never had any type of fan in my life, and almost hearing that term, I mean, it's not offensive or something, but it makes me feel strange. I really don't know how to respond other than like, wow, I'm so humbled and taken aback that you're a fan of me or what I do and stuff. But anyway, just kind of putting that out there. It's really hard for me to say that. Or if you're a fan of mine, and so I'd rather say like if you're a fan of this channel and if you're a fan of what I do. There are some prominent influencers who have showcased some of their stuff recently, and they'll utilize things that I do in my builds. And I'm pretty sure they've seen my channel, but yet they don't want to acknowledge me. But that's fine. That is completely fine. But I never got that, you know, because like when I showcase other people's builds, dude, I love giving them props. Cause I'm like, dude, look what this awesome dude, look at this awesome project that this dude made, you know. And so like, just saying bye to the work homie right now. Sorry, I was just waving outside, saying bye to the work homie. But yeah, you know, it's like, dude, if I build somebody else's stuff, I'm like, dude, this guy's from Weibo, he's from Baidu, or he's from TFW, and I love giving them props. But I guess that's just not everyone. Yeah. Yeah, and you can tell that it is a little bit of annoyance of mine because this is not the first time that I've mentioned it. You know what I mean? Anyway, neither here nor there. So I'm trying to think what's the best way to do this. Yeah, let's just dissect them and go over the easy bits. This right, you know, let me take them off so it's on the screen so it's easier to see. This we see is just a claw plugged into the calf, plugged into the head. And then we have one of the bucklers plugged into the side of the feet on the other side. And that right there is going to plug into the body. And so we're going to all do that together later on. But yeah, claw, calf, weapon, shield. Capiche? Capisk? Capiche? Capisk? Same thing on the other side, except on the bottom, instead of the maraca mace, we have the axe, right? Good? Move these to the side. We'll take off the legs as well, so we can just focus on the torso. So, this torso, can you see what's happening over here? There's some interesting things. So this entire bit is connected to this by threading this head through the hole in this jaw and connecting it to this piece like that. You see that? So this is just a dino head, and we just have the axe down over here, right? Easy to understand. Dino head, axe. This top part, we get the robot head, thread it through the jaw, and then we are plugging that in like so. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. And then from there, like I said earlier, this is going to plug into here, and this is going to plug into here. What's really cool is it kind of hugs the sides of his head to give him these, like, I don't know, like Optimus Prime ears or feathers or helmet or what have you, you know. But yeah, this is very cool. This is very cool. So this is a top torso. In terms of the leg, so this is just the calf, and we're going to use this as a thigh. That's going to connect to, oh yeah, that part up here, but we'll do that later. So we have the calf, and then we have the heel. And the next piece beneath the heel is going to be the thighs, right? Now the thighs come down, and they're going to have 2 points of connection, 2 knee pegs, one here and one here. So the first knee peg, we're going to plug in, you know what, let me just take this off. This is what you need to do. You have the thighs like this, right? On one of the thighs, the back one, you connect the frilly part of the tail, and on the bottom, you have one of the claws. Oops, sorry about that. Okay. Now what you're going to do, you're going to put Vertebreak in this mode right over here. Legs folded over the head of the dino head, feet facing backwards, and arms like this. Normally, it would just be like this. The dino's like this, and the legs come down like this, right? So we just turn the foot 180 degrees, and then flip the legs up, right? And then we're flipping the head up, and now we have this little footsie. The two hands, they are going to hug the sides of the tail. In my opinion and in my experience, this is the best way for them to connect the vertebrates. This hole is a little too shallow, the one in the front. And so after you're done doing that, hold up. Yeah, you kind of want to arrange it so that after this is plugged in, the claw is plugged into the floor. The claw is plugged into the bottom part of the frilly part of the tail. The two hands, as you can see, of the vertebrae are going to be resting above the claw because this is just going to help it like stand better. It's going to give it a better center of balance and gravity. That's why I'm going to do that. And this front one, boom, you're just plugging it right there. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And then from there, you just plug that bad boy in over here. And another bad boy in over there. And there we go. I bet you he's blurry. Yes. But yeah, no, he's nice. He's nice. And 12 minutes. 12 minutes. 12 minutes of my life and your life if you have watched this whole thing, huh? Hope the experience at least has been enjoyable, that you don't feel that it's a waste of your time. And if you do have these 4 figures, 2 P-Trex and 2 Verts, you can make it at home. Or I mean, it doesn't have to be 2 P-Trex and 2 Verts. It could be a Vert and a Draco, or a P-Trex and a Transmutate, or a Skelly, whatever. But you know what I mean, 2 and 2 of each mold. You too, my friend, can achieve this at home. So thank you so much for watching, pulling up, and supporting the channel. You could have been doing other things right now with your time, but you chose to spend it here, and I'm very, very, very grateful towards that. So thank you very much. Come back soon, and let's wrap again, okay? Bye-bye.